One of the things that sometimes gets done in the arguments for the existence, or arguments against the problem of evil, are what they call theodicy. Theodicy comes from two Greek words. There's a Greek word dike, which means justice, and then theo means God, and that's where you get the word theology, study of God. Also, my name is Timothy, my first name, and that actually comes from two Greek words. One means Timo, which is honor, and Theos, which is God. So Timothy is actually one who honors God, is what my name literally means. I don't think my parents had any intention with that in my name, but that's what my name means. And so I think my parents just like the name Timothy. But so what happens is a theodicy is a justification of God, or justice for God. And what theodicies oftentimes are is they're defenses of God. They sometimes get a negative perception of them. But a theodicy is a justification of God. It's an attempt to try to justify God's allowing evil. And they basically, the negative side of why theodicy is seen as a negative is theodicy is seen as sort of saying, trying to rationalize, well, God was maybe trying to do this, or God was trying to do that, or maybe God's doing this, or God's doing that. And they're trying to make assumptions about why God's doing stuff in order to justify evil in the world. And so the issue is we as humans probably shouldn't be making assumptions about why God does anything, right? What happens is with the problem of evil is it's asking this question, why would God allow it? It doesn't make sense consistently as to why God would allow it. But we aren't sitting there saying, trying to say why or why not God allows it. And so theodicy is trying to say, well, maybe God's doing this or God's doing that. And so oftentimes what comes about are these attempts to try to explain evil from God's perspective, saying, well, maybe God's trying to do this. And that is what we call theodicy. They're negative in some senses, and they're positive in some senses. They're attempts to describe it. But they become negative when they try to imply God's motive.